Hello, welcome everyone. Today I will be talking with José Torián, who will teach us in October in Budapest. We will have a healing love, or sometimes we call it sexual kung fu seminar. And I will ask him some questions about this topic. So, hello, Jose. Hi.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You can turn on your video. Okay. Hi, Jose. So the topic will be is sexual kung fu and healing love this October, and you are the expert of this topic. Can you introduce yourself just shortly? What are you doing? What are you doing before, and how did you get the connection to this area of life?
Oh, well, my journey started like 25 years ago, trying to explore my own sexuality. I just became a cameraman in a company that they shoot porno movies, and that was a new experience for me in my life. I never did something like that. That was not my intention to become a porn actor, but just working as a cameraman, a curiosity awakes on me, like what are they feeling, how these guys can have an erection if the situation is so stressful, or what they do if they don't feel a connection with the girl, how are they able to have sex. And then one day my boss told me, why you don't try? And then I feel like I don't have nothing to lose. I just have things to learn. I'll do it. And that was the beginning of my sexual journey. I started doing movies sometimes, as a collaboration with my boss. But that was a big training for me, because the first thing as a man that you need to learn is how to control your ejaculation. And then in that time, I didn't have any knowledge on this. And this is why I started reading tantric books and trying to find the way, a practical way, but I didn't understand nothing. When I was reading these books, was so complicated for me to understand the link with God and goddesses and all these sacred images and the sexual thing. I didn't understand nothing, and I was trying to find a master, a teacher in my life who will be able to teach me all these things, but in a practical way, because this is what I need, For me, was so difficult in that time to understand the concept of spirituality and connected to the sexuality. That was something that you cannot understand, but you must experience it, and then you will understand.
Yeah. So you're telling us that if you learn these topics with healing, love, and doing the practices, there is some connection to go forward on your spiritual way also, some kind of development on the spiritual area also. With this, looks like sexual practices, only sexual practices, that there is a lot of spirituality in it.
As Master Chia say, sexual energy is the gasoline of the spiritual practice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Without sexual energy, you can be super spiritual, but you will be working in a low level of your possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
If you awake your sexual energy and you do this exercise of moving the sexual energy through the microcosmic orbit, that is the basic pillar of the sexual kung fu, of the Taoist practice as Mantak Chia teaches. Mm-hmm. If you do this practice, then you are doing alchemy. Then you are transforming this sexual energy that is something powerful but dense in something more refined. Mm-hmm. And you can send this energy to your organs. You can awake blissing states of feeling, like connecting this sexual energy with your heart It's going to open your heart. It's going to, if you bring this to your brain, you will access to what I call a second state of feeling. You know, it's like you are here, but now you are feeling things that you are not used to feel. You know, it's like you can feel the energetic wall around you. You can awake your intuition. You can awake your creativity, because sexual energy is about creativity. It's about creation life. If you don't want to use it to create a new life, you can use it to nourish your spiritual being and awake these powers that I believe that everyone have these powers, but they are awake.
It sounds very interesting. Yeah, and there is one more pillar of Master Mantak Chia teaching is the emotions. That we learn a lot of practices like six healing sounds and everything with to try to learn something to handle our emotions. And what's the connection between these practices and working with emotions and the healing love practices? What do you think?
As Master Chia say again, he's right always. What can I say about him?
Yeah.
He's an amazing human being. It's so expert in many different areas, you know, from the martial kung fu or to the medicine, spirituality. He has a huge knowledge in so many different kind of areas. Yeah. The first advice that he will tell you if you want to start the practice is to start with the 6 healing sounds practice. Is this meditation that I'm showing you here? Yeah. Why? Because if you are going to awake sexual energy, you are going to awake a big fire. And this fire is something that you can use to cook for your family, but also without control, this fire can burn your house. You have to take care, because when you awake sexual energy, you must be sure that you are connected with your heart, with your center. And this is something that it took some time for me to understand. You know, at the beginning, everyone told me, Jose, just open your heart. But I didn't understand what's the meaning of open your heart until I did it. You know, it's about doing the practice with the mentality of a child. You know, without expecting nothing, just enjoy the practice with a beautiful smile in your face. And the healing sounds are going to help you to clean all the emotions that you are holding day by day. This is another pillar. You know, we have 3 pillars. For me, are the inner smile practice. It's a meditation for connecting with a positive vibration, you know, in every organ. But at night, after a day of working and having connection with people around, maybe you are carrying some bad emotions, you know. You need a tool to take all this garbage and send it to the earth and connect yourself with just positive emotions. And this is the basic practice that you must learn before starting with the microcosmic orbit, because first you must clean the house and then you can awake sexual energy. That's the way to do it.
Yeah. So this basic practice is also very close to the healing laughter sexual kung fu practices. We have to practice inner smile, 6 healing sounds, and microcosmic orbit also in the sexual kung fu.
Sure. Without this, I don't teach you the nothing more, because I'm not going to give you a tool, a powerful tool, if you are not ready to manage this. You know, at least I have to advise you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And you told us that you started 25 years ago. And what was the biggest benefit for you? What changes started in your life when you started doing these practices in your everyday life? What can you recognize?
For me, the biggest benefit is that I feel connected to life. I feel connected to the universe. I feel maybe not for the first time in my life, but Now I feel like a strong and powerful connection with God because my intuition is awake. I think that's the the most powerful benefit that I'm finding in the practice. You know, for everyone will be different because maybe for other people they will connect with a kind of artist creativity because is their field. You know, if you are a painter, maybe this is going to awake a new way of a new vision, you know, for your art. But for me, it's about connecting with my intuition. You know, when I go somewhere and there is not a good energy, I have a feeling, you know, inside me telling me, Jose, go somewhere, you know, don't go here. Or sometimes I don't understand these messages, you know, it's like a voice going through my brain, you know, and sometimes, especially when I'm doing sessions, you know, when I'm talking or when I'm doing Chinese massage or when I'm connected, downloading, you know, like Master Chia say, you know, my Wi-Fi is connected and I'm just bringing down energy down. Sometimes words coming through my mouth that I don't understand what they come from, you know. But every time one of my students have a question, I don't know how, but the answer is just coming through me. And this is something amazing, you know. When you are doing a session and sometimes you don't know too much about this, the history of this client, but some images or some ideas came to your mind and then you express it and you understand that that was what this person was waiting for, you know. When this happens, it's like a miracle for me. But
It is.
but it's beautiful, you know. It's a present when you can experience this day by day in your life.
Sure. Okay. So let's talk about the seminar a little bit about this weekend in October in Budapest. So this seminar is both for men and both for women. Let's talk about ladies first. What do you think? What benefit they can have from this seminar, ladies?
Well, as you see in these images in my seminar, you are not going to experience any practice that you can find uncomfortable. I'm not a tantric guy when I'm teaching, you know. I like tantra for my private life, but I'm not a kind of guy who will teach you tantric things, you know. I think our style is so different, you know. The style that Master Chia was creating, it's something so practical. He was fighting all his life to do this in a way that no one can feel offended, you know. That was his priority, and this is also one of my priorities. I like to play in my workshops. I like to have fun. I like you having fun with me, but I try always to be sure that you are not going to feel nothing uncomfortable. Everything is going to be practical. But we are not going to touch our genitals. We can learn many things. You know, you can learn how to stimulate a woman's G spot just using your hands. You know, when I did my demonstration at Tau Garden about my G spot massage in front of the class with a tantric group of people that came from United States, everyone was waiting for me to show the vagina and the positions of the hands, and I was covering my student with how do you say, with a shape, with una sábana. Yes, with a blanket, with a tiny blanket. And I was telling them, you don't have nothing to see in her body. You can see more with my fingers, you know, because you won't see the inner part of the vagina, but here with my hand, I can show you what kind of movements I do. And that was also one of my priorities, to find a way to teach all these things in an easy way. We can use our hands to learn how to stimulate this area. We can use the same, this is the opening of the vagina. We can think that the clitoris is here, the G spot is inside. We don't need to do any kind of practice that involves nudity, or this is not something that you are going to do in my workshops,
And you also use slides like Master Mantak Chia, a lot of nice demonstration of pictures and everything on slides.
Yeah.
It also helps a lot to imagine what is inside us and what is happening inside during the practice.
Yes. I use a lot of Master Mantak Chia images in my workshop, but also we can do practices with ourselves without feeling that we are without feeling shame or feeling nothing uncomfortable. This is so important for me, because shame, fear is going to close the body. Traumas will close our bodies. And for a woman, and when we feel fear, when we feel shame, we are going into a stress mood, And there are two ways of connecting with the nervous system: the parasympathetic form and the sympathetic way. When we start with the sexual experience, we need to be in parasympathetic mode. We need to be totally relaxed. Because if we feel stress, the organs are blocked. And if you feel stressed, your body don't understand if you are in the middle of the jungle and you are going to have an encounter with a lion and he will eat you, or you are just having a stress because you have to have some sex with your partner. It's the same situation. If you start the sexual practice feeling stress, a woman will experience her vagina will be closed. Because if she feels fear or shame, this is related with the inner ring of the vagina, and this ring is going to close. If you feel fear, you don't need to have sex. But for a man, it's different. If you feel fear, if you feel shame, you are going to have erection problems, or you are going to have premature ejaculation problems. Why? Because when we start with the sexual experience, we start in parasympathetic mood. But when we are increasing the feeling and we are close to the orgasm, there is a jump for a second, there is a boom. The nervous system jumps to sympathetic mood just before the orgasm. And this is what is awakening this physical orgasm. If you are starting the sexual experience just with stress, you are already in sympathetic mood, and just penetrating a woman's body, you will have an ejaculation. This is what happened with most of my students who contact with me because they want to solve this problem. Premature ejaculation is everything about disconnecting with the stress. Many people who have stress from past sexual experiences, or many people who have stress because their work are so stressful, and they don't know that this is having an effect in their sexual life. And it's so simple at the end. It's so simple, but you need to understand how your body is working in every of these steps. When you will understand this, you will find a simple solution.
It sounds very good. So this seminar will be both suitable for ladies and men. We will get a lot of benefit from this. And one more question, that if I am alone or I am with a partner, is it matters, or I can go if I am single now, or I can go with my partner, or even I can go alone without my partner. I can start practicing. What do you think about it?
Sexuality is your thing, and then you can share it with your partner. If you come with your partner because he or she is open and she wants to learn, perfect. If you are alone, perfect. If your partner don't want to know nothing about this, perfect. Because first is your thing, is your work. First, you must understand how your body is reacting to all these kind of situations. You must learn from you and to you. And then when you master these basic practices, then you will be able to share it or just to live it in an easy way with your partner. Also, if she or he don't want to know about these kind of spiritual practices, there will be a moment when they will feel something different in you.
Yeah.
This is something that it takes me like 5 years to learn. You know, when I started learning all these practices, I was just trying to teach to everyone, to all my friends, like, hey, I have a treasure now, I have to share it with you, but no one want to hear.
Yeah.
But then I understand that the process have to be in me, and then I started doing my practice, and my image, you know, for my friends just changed. You know, they see me as a different person now. They see something better in me. And this is why sometimes now they are asking me, Jose, what can I do to solve this or that? And then you don't need to teach. You know, you just need to feel it and experience it in yourself, and then you will be able to share it.
Yeah. And they will feel that it is radiating outside. If you are full with it, it is started to radiating outside around you, and everyone feels it. Yeah, that's true.
In a natural way.
Yeah.
Without pretending.
Yeah. You don't need anything from outside. You can only work inside and make this transition, this alchemy inside. Yeah.
And many times, you know, my students, especially women, they tell me, okay, Jose, my partner, he don't want to know nothing about this. What can I do, you know, to calm him when we are having sex? He's so fast. Sometimes he's so fast. And I say, you don't need to talk too much sometimes. You know? We can find easy ways to talk with the other. If you hug him and you just put your mouth close to his ear and you do something like this. You don't have to say nothing more.
Yeah.
You don't have to say, hey, baby, please stop. Do it slowly or no. Sometimes we talk too much. But if you do this with intention, just hugging your partner and doing, what do you think he's going to do?
Yeah.
He's going to feel this water energy, like bringing him down and telling him, okay, just calm down. You can keep having also a fast rhythm, but if you combine this with a slow breathing, you can keep in this fast rhythm. You know, sometimes we use this hard way of breathing when we want to go forward, when we want to be like fast or strong, and sometimes it's nice. But we can do the same physical stimulation, but controlling our power with water breathing, you know, like water, like. I can be strong here, but with control. If there is so much fire in my breathing, I will find the end of the way really soon.
Yeah. Okay, Jose, thank you very much for this little interview. We're really looking forward to your visiting in Budapest in October. It will be October
so happy.
14 and 15, and Saturday and Sunday, 2 days workshop in Budapest. And who is interested, that can find our information on www.taoqigong.hu. So thank you again, Jose, and see you soon in Budapest. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. I'm so happy to have this new opportunity to share with all of you in a new country. Thank you. Thank you for your work, my friend. Thank you.
Bye.
I appreciate it. Bye.